Okay, so another passive transport besides the simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion is osmosis process. So this is a definition of osmosis process. Okay, that is the movement of water molecules. This is important. Only water will move in this process from a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential through a selectively permeable membrane. So selectively permeable membrane that we have go through just now in the previous video means semi-permeable membrane that occurs in your plasma membrane only through certain things. Okay, so the concept of water potential I will explain to you later. So now you just remember they move from high to low water potential. So there are three major things that you need to remember. First one, movement of water. Second one, from high to low water potential. Third one, through selectively permeable membrane. So osmosis, for example here, you have two regions, region 1 and region 2. So you can see in this diagram, region 1 with the less water molecule. Okay, the black color dot is the water molecule and more sugar molecule, while region 2 they have all the water molecules. So osmosis will occur when there is a difference on the water molecule content. So semi-permeable membrane is available. So the solutions large sugar molecule, they cannot pass through this semi-permeable membrane. So what can go through is only the water. So the water molecule will diffuse from high water potential region to low water potential region through semi-permeable membrane until they reach the equilibrium. Okay, so it doesn't matter for the water level for this one is higher than this one, as long as the equilibrium of water molecule has achieved, then they will stop, or we say that equilibrium has achieved. Okay, so what is water potential? Okay, like we said just now, osmosis from high water potential to low water potential. All the water molecules, they have kinetic energy. Okay, what means kinetic energy? For the molecules to move. So water molecule, they exist either in liquid or gaseous form. So they move rapidly and randomly from one location to another. So this means the kinetic energy. Okay, so when there are more water molecules in the system, the kinetic energy will be higher. Alright, again, more water molecule means higher kinetic energy, because there are nothing to block the water molecule to move about, so they can move more rapidly and randomly. Therefore, pure water has the highest water potential. Pure water means we do not have any solution, any solute inside this water. So all this has water molecule. So they can move very rapidly and randomly. Therefore, their water potential is highest, or the kinetic energy is highest. So water potential given as the tendency for the water molecules to enter or leave the solution by osmosis. Okay, tendency means the ability of the water to enter or leave by osmosis. So if two systems come into contact by the semi-permeable membrane, for the left side here, they have 5% of solute, 95% is water. For the right side, 10% solute, 90% is water. So if compare these two systems, 1 and system 2, which side has higher water molecule? Of course is this side, region 1. So their water potential is higher. So when the water potential is higher, they will move to the region of lower water potential until they reach the equilibrium. So equilibrium here means the same amount of water achieved. So it doesn't matter for the level of this solution higher or lower, as long as they reach the equilibrium. Okay, so the other example, pure water, highest water potential. Okay, they only consist of the water molecules, so their kinetic energy is very high. Compared to the second region here, they have a dilute solution, some of the solute presence here. So this presence of the solutes will lower the kinetic energy of the water molecule. So this water molecule is not so free to move compared to region number 1. And for the third one, concentrated solution, there are even more solute molecules. So the water molecule has less freedom to move compared to the second one and the first one. Therefore, water will diffuse from high water potential to low water potential and to even lower water potential. So there are 3 quantities in the concept of osmosis. First one, water potential. Okay, about the freedom of the water molecule to move just now for the kinetic energy of water. Second one is known as solute potential. Third one known as pressure potential. So the symbol is given as a psi. Okay, this is how we write the psi. The units either measure in kilopascal or megapascal. So 1 megapascal equal to 1000 kilopascal. Okay, usually we just use these two. Okay, these two in units, 10 atm or 10 atmosphere or 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. Alright, so it depends on which unit they use. So the psi, the water potential, okay, they will predict the direction of the water, where the water moves. Okay, like the example just now, from left to right or from right to left. So water molecule usually move from hypotonic solution to hypertonic solution, from a less concentrated region to a more concentrated region, or from higher concentration of water to lower concentration of water region. Okay, so the 3 concepts here, we can link it by an equation. Water potential, the psi, equal to solute potential plus pressure potential. Okay, solute potential, you give it as a psi s. Pressure potential, you give it as a psi p. Okay, so psi equal psi s plus psi p. Solute potential always negative. Pressure potential always positive. Okay, so for the example just now, that in a U tube here, okay, this is a U-shaped tube. Here, separated by selectively permeable membrane. On the left, there are lower concentration of solute, less solute, means their water potential is higher. On the right side, they have higher concentration of sugar, means their water potential is lower. So, osmosis process always occur from high water potential to low water potential region. So the direction left to right. At the end of the result, you will see the left side here, lower level, and the right side there, higher level. Okay, water move from higher free water concentration to lower free water concentration region. Alright, solute potential always negative, like I said just now. When there are more solute, the more negative it is for the value. So this solute potential will predict the change in the water potential with the presence of solute molecules. Okay, later we will see more on this solute potential. Solute potential promotes the water uptake. Okay, what is the meaning of this? When the solute potential is higher, means we have more solute inside the solution. Okay, more solute is very concentrated solute. So the solute potential higher means that they have lower water potential. There are lesser water molecules. So therefore, it will promote water uptake if they are separated by the semi-permeable membrane. So the water will move into this region. Okay, while pressure potential will against the water uptake. So later I'll explain what means the pressure potential here. If the pressure potential is higher, lesser water will be uptake into this region. Okay. Okay, solute potential. All the cells, they have dissolving solute molecules. Okay, all cells, they must have some solute molecules. Therefore, it will lower the water potential of the cell. So all the cells, all the solutions have lower water potential than pure water. Why? Because pure water has highest water potential. It is equal to 0. Okay, pure water has 0 kilopascal of the water potential. 0 is considered highest water potential. Okay, so when there is some solute, it will lower the water potential into -1, -2, and so on. Okay, so while pressure potential is the hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure means something related with the water, which press on the wall. Okay, press on the cell wall that exerted on water in the cell. That's called the pressure potential. For example here, if this cell immersed in a hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution means the solute is lesser. Okay, there are lesser solute. Then more water. Compared to the cell inside here. The cell inside here has more solute, less water. So now compare these two regions. Outside the cell is hypotonic to inside the cell. Therefore, water will enter the cell. Okay, water will enter the cell. So when water enter the cell, this cell is a plant cell. Plant cell have cell wall. So there will be pressure that make the cell turgid. Okay, turgid, and increase the pressure potential of the cell. So this cell has the turgor. Okay, it has become turgid because the pressure press against the cell wall due to the water enter the cell. So in turgid plant cell is usually have positive value for the pressure potential. Because when the water enter the cell, the protoplasm will push against the cell wall. Protoplasm means the content inside the cell will push against the cell wall. You imagine cell wall is very rigid. So when something enter this plant cell, until the rigid cell wall cannot resist to it. Okay, they cannot change shape easily. So this protoplasm press against the cell wall until that this plant cell become very turgid. So this is called the turgor pressure. Okay, in Malay we say that it's segar. So this cell wall starts to develop the pressure called the pressure potential. And now the cell wall will start to push back on the cell content. Okay, so when the protoplasm press against the cell wall push back against the cell content. So this is called the pressure potential.